In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Postalco Snap Pad Notepad. I'll go over the specs, I will do a paper test, and I'll tell you what I like and don't like about this pad coming up. So here I have a Postalco Snap Pad, and this is a really cool product that was kindly lent to me by my friend, so thank you, friend, you know who you are. And this is a refillable notepad sort of system made by Postalco in Japan. They come in a number of different colors and sizes. This is the A5 size, which goes for $44. There's an A6, which is, I believe, 41, and then there's an A4, which is a bit more. Now, they come with a number of different refills. I have this plain paper refill here. They do a grid paper, which is kind of like a bluey one, and then like a steno, which is ruled with a line down the middle. That's more of like a yellow pad, legal pad kind of color. So it's a really nice system. Now, for $44, you do not get any paper with it, so it's not cheap. The refills are $11 for the A5 size that I have here. And this paper is really nice. It's a cream color, and you get 55 sheets for $11. And it's very fountain pen friendly. It's very nice to write on. Let's talk about how this works here. So it's called the Snap Pad because it snaps here. And we stick this in here. It's a standard punch, and it'll flip over to the back so you can, have it like this on your desk. It's not like perfectly flat. You can also tuck the cover underneath the pad, or if you're traveling with this, you can snap it and then it stays there. It's a really smart design. I think I will probably get one of these. And what's cool about the, standard punch design here is that you can use a standard, two-hole punch. So I have this one here from El Costco, which I do sell for the moment at the Paper Mind. I have a lot of new old stock El Costco as of the time of this filming. El Costco is a, historic Spanish company. You can see sort of a coat of arms on here because they were originally a weapons manufacturer, but then they switched over to making things like staplers and desk accessories and just really nice high quality products here. Now, this is my paper test, but I'll just show you really quick how you would use this. You just do a standard punch like this, and now it'll fit right in the top. And this was the original punch here. So it's very easy. You can customize whatever paper you want to use. So you're not stuck with the Postalco pads. However, this paper is really nice. Now, it's got just this nice snap system here. We can see the Postalco bird on here. I don't know, is this a carrier pigeon? I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. Looks really nice. We have this sort of linen finish, and then we have in gold foil on the back the Postalco logo. It looks pretty good. I question how durable is this thing going to be, because it's basically like just a standard kind of notebook cover. But at the end of the day, $44, it's not cheap, but I think you would get some good use out of this before it becomes unusable. I just think they could have used possibly some more durable materials here. But overall, I really do like this. I'm going to take this sheet out here, and then can do some live writing after we do a quick look at the paper performance test here. So I don't know what the weight of this paper is. They don't say what it is. It's definitely like a natural feeling paper, which I always really like. There's a nice texture here to it. It's a creamy color, and it does really, really well with fountain pens. I think weight-wise, this is probably around 100 gram paper if I had to guess. Looking at the face of it, the fountain pens all look really good except for the Pilot 2.4 millimeter parallel pen. That we did get some feathering on. The other stuff here is really just like the texture of the paper showing through. On the face of it, everything else looks good. My Pilot oil drying pen, I didn't cap it well last time, so now it's in the trash. Anyway, taking a look at the back, we did get bleeding on that parallel pen. That is a very, very wet pen, but all the other fountain pens did really well. The Auto Fude ball, we did see some spotting there, as well as with the Uniball Air Micro. I do think you could use roller balls with this pen, or with this paper. I don't really think it's a big deal. It's not coming through that much. The Troublemaker pens actually did pretty well. I mean, yes, the Sharpie and the Copic sketch came through. The Staedtler Lumocolor permanent marker didn't really fully penetrate the paper, so very, very good. Good opacity too, because I think it is that thicker paperweight, and very pleasant to write on. Now, the one thing that I don't love about this pad is, if you fold it over like this, you do have a little bit of, the cover pushing up. The other option is you can leave it open, in which case it takes up a lot of space, or you can also tuck it underneath. It's just oh boy, why am I struggling here? It's just an extra step, but kind of no matter what you do, unless you just leave it open, it's not perfectly flat. I think I do tend to like keeping it this way versus folded over. I think it just looks a little bit better, but you do have to remove that pad every time you do use that. Now, for the writing sample here, I'm going to use a Nakaya with a music nib. The paper has a really nice texture to it. It's not like a smooth paper, but it has a nice crispness to it that I enjoy. It's relatively quick drying and absorbent, so I like that. There is not really much in the way of line spread on this paper. It's just an enjoyable paper with a nice haptic feeling to it. I would be curious to try the other Snap paper refills because they all use a different paper. Haven't tried those, but for sure this is fountain pen friendly, and I think it's a fantastic product. The one thing, like compared to like say a Rhodia pad or a spiral bound notepad like this, is you're not really going to be able to fold over the paper. So you're either going to tear it out or take out each sheet. You're not going to be able to sort of keep it, in a book format. Not a big deal, but sometimes I do like to fold over the paper on a pad like this, but overall, I really like this product. What are my pros and cons for the Postalco Snap Pad with plain refills? Well, I think this is a really cool product. The plain refill is extremely fountain pen friendly, and it's very nice to write on. It has a good texture to it with a nice natural feel and look to it that is, a premium fountain pen friendly paper. This is a very versatile product. With a standard 2-hole punch, you can fit any kind of paper you want into this notepad, so you're not stuck with whatever refills Postalco comes up with. So that is really nice, and it makes for a nice way to carry a notepad. It has good protection, and it looks really quite nice. I think this is something that I'm going to personally buy for myself. This was, kindly lent to me by a friend, and I'm happy that he lent it to me because it's very, very cool. Now, in terms of cons, the price, $44 without any paper to it. That's not cheap. It is kind of a, linen covered cardboard, similar to like what you would get on a hardcover notebook. So I think it'll last a long time. It's not, going to last as long as something that was, made out of a heavy plastic or something like that, but it should hold up pretty well. The other con I would say is, you know, going from closing the cover to getting it in writing mode, it's a little bit fiddly, not terribly so, but I like to write with the pad on top of the cover, so you kind of have to take out the whole pad off, stick it on, snap it. It's not like the most streamlined, but overall, this is, I think, a pretty polished looking package. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you guys have this notepad? Do you like this notepad? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more fountain pen paper ink videos, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much, and until next time.